Aiy-yu-kwee, nickname Merinda, and this is my channel, The Midnight Librarian. And today I'm going to be talking about my Christmas TBR. No, my December TBR. I knew that sounded wrong as soon as it came out of my mouth. I can't believe it's December. Wow. I'm like ready for it, but not. Anyone else feeling conflicted? So when it comes to my TBR for December, I'm only going to have a couple of books on this TBR, mostly because I feel like my last couple TBRs I've been very ambitious with and have been failing at. So I'm only picking 3 out for this month, and I will be happy if I complete those 3. I do hope to read more than that. However, I'm not going to structure it. It's basically as soon as I read those 3, I can read whatever the F I want, depending on my mood. Don't tend to go anywhere near holiday themed books during Christmas. I don't tend to like it. So the first book I hope to read, I've been biting at the bit to read, but that is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. This is the first book I'm reading by N.K. Jemisin. I know that they have a couple of series out, but I wanted to get a feel for their writing style before jumping into their series, and I figured this was the book to do it with. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I just personally feel like I know that their series are I believe it's high fantasy, right? And a series. And those tend to intimidate me because I feel like they're too smart for me. I'm not sure why. Don't know. I don't understand it. That's just my feeling. So I figured before jumping into the series, I wanted to read this one. The City We Became, I believe, has to do with like the boroughs of New York City. So there's Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, and they all have a personality, and I believe this book is following each personality of those boroughs that we're following along. It sounds really interesting. That's all I really know going into this. That's all I want to know going into this. I absolutely love this cover. It is stunning. This next book is The Invisible Life of Addict, LaRue. This is by V.E. Schwab. I have read V.E. Schwab before, and it's usually kind of a hit or miss. Like, it's not something that I absolutely adore. None of her books are like my favorite book of all time. I enjoy her writing for the most part, enough to keep me interested. This one in particular, I believe, is adult, I want to say, and is following Addie LaRue, who makes a deal with either a demon or something and to be able to live forever. That gets granted. However, the drawback is that whoever she meets won't remember her. So she lives 300 years with no one remembering her until one day she walks into a place and a guy is in there that does remember her. So the plot ensues. And finally, the last book I want to for sure read in the month of December is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. This follows 2 sisters who are twins and who are black but white passing. One sister ends up embracing her culture and her blackness and leads her life that way, while the other sister takes hold of the white passingness that she is and tries to pass for white. I've heard good things about this book. I haven't heard too much about it since after it was published. But I hear it has really good discussion points, particularly on colorism. So those are the 3 books that I for sure want to read. There are other books that, of course, I've picked out, but because I want December to be kind of loose and just not so much pressure, I'm picking stuff out just to see if I'm interested in them later. I am filming this before December actually starts, so who knows what will happen once I actually get to December. And I might end up putting in some books that I had attempted to read in the past months that were on my TBR that I didn't get to. Probably not a whole lot of them though, so we'll see how this works. I don't know. And basically, yeah, I'm just kind of making this a loose month to read so that I can ready myself for my goals for the new year. So If you've read any of the 3 books that I mentioned, please let me know what your thoughts are. Please, no spoilers. If you want to talk with me on any other social media platform, I am on Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. I am most active on Instagram. So yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are. Otherwise, what are you planning on reading for December? Do you tend to go for the holiday theme books? I'm curious. I'm still highlighting Indigenous content creators and educators in my description down below. I've been doing that for the month of November for Native American Heritage Month. If you haven't seen them, I please highly suggest that you check them out. So all of them are wonderful and awesome people. I mean, don't just do it because it's Native American Heritage Month. I highly encourage you to do it all year round. And otherwise, social injustices are still going on. Please do your research and share and donate where you can to help others. And I hope everyone is doing well in the midst of this pandemic. Please wash your hands, keep your mask on, staying in is preferable. I hope you are in the mental mindset to enjoy your reading, and I will see you again soon. Chew.